The life of John F. Kennedy and his defining moments in history. John Fitzgerald Kennedy, one of the most compelling leaders of the 20th century, was not only the 35th President of the United States, but also a historic figure who became a symbol of hope, youth, and change. John F. Kennedy was born on May 29, 1917, in Brookline, Massachusetts. He grew up in a wealthy and politically powerful family. His father, Joseph Kennedy, was a successful businessman and diplomat, while his mother, Rose Kennedy, was a woman who valued discipline and education. The Kennedy family placed great importance on success. From a young age, John Kennedy took an interest in politics and world affairs. However, he suffered from serious health issues throughout his childhood and frequently required hospital treatment. Despite this, his fighting spirit enabled him to continue his education. During his years at Harvard University, he focused his studies on international affairs. The thesis he wrote was later published as the book Why England Slept and garnered significant attention. In 1941, after the United States entered World War II, Kennedy joined the Navy. While serving in the Pacific Ocean, the PT-109 boat he commanded was struck by a Japanese attack. After the boat sank, Kennedy made heroic efforts to rescue the wounded and was hailed as a hero. This event brought him to national prominence. Entering politics after the war, Kennedy was elected to the House of Representatives in 1946. He quickly attracted attention thanks to his youth, charisma, and impressive oratory skills. He later became a senator and emerged as a rising star in American politics. In 1953, he married Jacqueline Bouvier. Jackie Kennedy became one of America's most famous first ladies, embodying elegance and cultural change. The couple's marriage was followed with great interest by the media. In 1960, John F. Kennedy ran in the United States presidential election. His televised debates with his Republican opponent, Richard Nixon, became historic. Kennedy's youthful and confident image impressed millions of people. He won the election, becoming one of the youngest elected presidents in American history. During his presidency, the world was going through a period of great tension. The Cold War was ongoing, and there was intense rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union. One of the first major crises Kennedy faced was the Bay of Pigs invasion. A U.S.-backed group landed in Cuba in an attempt to overthrow Fidel Castro's regime, but the operation failed. This event dealt a major blow to the Kennedy administration. In 1962, the world came to the brink of nuclear war. The Cuban Missile Crisis, triggered by the Soviet Union's deployment of nuclear missiles to Cuba, is considered one of the most dangerous moments in history. Through a calm and strategic approach, Kennedy reached an agreement with Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev, and the world was spared a major catastrophe. Kennedy took significant steps in domestic policy as well as foreign policy. His efforts regarding human rights were particularly important. He advocated for equal rights for black citizens and made strong statements against discrimination. He also provided strong support to NASA to put America ahead in the space race. His declaration that "we will send humans to the moon" became one of the most memorable speeches in American history. This goal was later realized through the Apollo program. John F. Kennedy's oratorical skills set him apart from other leaders. One quote, in particular, went down in history. "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." These words became a source of inspiration for millions of people. However, Kennedy's life came to a tragic end. On November 22, 1963, he was assassinated while greeting the public in Dallas, Texas. Kennedy was shot while traveling in an open-top car. He sustained severe injuries and passed away shortly thereafter. The entire world was shocked by this news. People watched the unfolding events on television, moved to tears. Lee Harvey Oswald was apprehended as the perpetrator of the assassination. Yet the incident remains a subject of debate as one of history's greatest mysteries. Kennedy's funeral ceremony was watched by millions of people. The moment his young son, John Kennedy Jr., saluted his father's casket as it passed is particularly etched in history. Today, John F. Kennedy is remembered for his courage, charisma, leadership, and vision for change. Despite his brief presidency, he left a profound mark on American and world history. His life stands as an unforgettable example of hope, struggle, leadership, and the power to inspire others.